Hi, everybody. Welcome to tonight's stream. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Let's see who's all here tonight. Welcome, Russell, Owen, Phoebe, Peter. Thank you for joining. All right. I do not have my own Discord channel set up. Phoebe has an amazing one, so I do not feel that I need one at this time, as long as Phoebe's okay with me directing you guys to hers. Ricky also has a Discord channel, but Phoebe has a trading area that's great for asking for items. And I will try to set up links and codes for them before next week's. You guys are welcome to post either of the channels, Discord wise, on there. That way we're not clogging up the stream. And Phoebe, if you'd rather me try to get my own Discord going, let me know and I'll work on that. Otherwise, I'll just keep funneling them your guys' way. I am on one of my baby farms at the moment, and I wanted to do a list, if nobody can tell by my title. So Owen, for Discord, what you'll do is when we get a link in. Actually, if you give me a second, I think I can pull up Phoebe's. I think I'm still logged in from earlier today. Once you get into yeah, here we go. Okay. Here's the link for Phoebe's Discord. So you'll set up an account and you'll be able to join. You'll read the rules, and then I'll take a second. You guys don't pay attention. I'm on a completely different iOS than you guys are. This is going to be kind of squished because of the orientation. I'm in Phoebe's right now. When you get in, you'll need to read all these channel rules. And when one of us will, hey Roz, hey Broro, will welcome you. And I posted that's her Discord link that I have posted up above. She has a lot of channels. This is her general chat that we use. But she has a trading one underneath there. So you can just post what you needed. Okay, that worked great. Alright, back to Heyday. And a not so squished screen. Hey Raz, welcome. Thank you. Alright, oh, I'm still a little squished. OBS has got my screen a little changed. But, okay. For tonight. Hey Rosemary, one of the things that I wanted to do, I was asked for, was to review some of the upgrades. Davies, so once you join, you'll post in there, and if somebody replies to you, you can either private message with them directly. It wouldn't be directly with Phoebe for trading. It's whoever responds that they'd have your requested item. And if you're already friends with them, great. If you're not, you can trade that information and privately within Discord. It has its own private messaging. So it's just whoever. Okay, so I was asked to review some of the upgrade, and it's perfect timing, as today hey Debbie, today we have the townie event, the town visitor, the generous, and they are going to give us barn or silo items at the end of their stay. So this is another time where if you didn't yesterday, and I still have a few in here that I'm finishing up, but if you had it, clear out all of those white and get them to just be purple, because those people, those town visitors will stay. So you want your entire town, by the time you go to bed tonight, by the time the event board ends in just under 8 hours, you want your entire town to be full of nothing but purple names. And even though you're not going to get them all probably served tonight, they stay as long as they're in purple, and you'll still collect the rewards, and you can use them for your derby even next week if that's what you want to do, or however you choose to use them. Valley started today, as everybody is aware. I have entered my valley on all of mine, but so you may need to do some. Shouldn't need to do any serving in the town for the valley, but that was an exciting day. I am actually looking forward to the reward. If you did not catch between any of the content creators, Phoebe or Ricky, that has posted the reward, it is our... I am not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of the pig head. It is a pig head with the big nose. And for anybody who did not catch their streams, this is for Chile. That's the country of origin, but specifically Easter Island. It's kind of mimicking those heads that Easter Island is well known for. And Easter Island is part of the country of Chile. So lots of exciting things going on. We'll get back to the valley and I will do some things there. I have on this farm only one task left before I will hit my fuel. Ooh, no, I won't. They changed it. I did not catch it at 180. So I won't get my full fuel spin today. Close, another day or two. Let's see, 9. Another day. Tomorrow I should. I always try to have it so that I give my extra fuel spin by 2 days in. So that'll work out. As far as upgrades go, I know I have somebody watching that asked me about going over some basics for upgrading. So there's a lot of things to upgrade. Firstly, I have a ton of diamonds, so anybody who has a lot like me, they can go and start working on maxing out your slots. And it depends on your level which way you want to go. Of course, you always want to be working towards your barn and silo storage. And I want you to see a difference. Especially those, hi Liam, watching in replay, there's a difference. If you see here, it says 45 out of 36 and has a check mark. Means that my storage already has 45 of our wood panels. But if we go back to my barn storage, you can see that my plank here has just a check mark underneath it. It means that I spent diamonds to make sure that I had the rest of those planks. And this is a trick that I learned from Phoebe, and I'm going to share with all of you. If you are really close, and that's up to your personal preference, I was only 4 away when I did this. My barn was full, and I could not open up any other lands. I could not expand any of my town, and I needed storage space really bad. So what I did is I looked at my barn storage and my silo storage, and my planks being 4 away was like, oh, that's only 32 gems. I have more than enough to do that. I went ahead and spent those. Well, by doing that, it pulled the rest of those out of my storage. And now my barn has room in it. So when you spend the diamonds, so if I were to go in and spend either that 168 or the 200 on either of those, it'll free up the space that I have. I don't recommend doing it when you're very low, unless, let's say, you only have 1 left and you just are really desperate and need that upgraded space, because it clears out what you didn't spend in checkmark in diamonds for that. So if I was over here and let's say I had all of my screws and I just needed the nails and I was really desperate, I could spend the diamonds on the nails, and because it had 45 out of 36, it'll pull 36 out of my storage. It'll take that 36 out of my screws. So there's 72 storage spots, along with the upgrade of my barn being increased another 25. So it really depends on what you need. That is one way you can spend diamonds and also give yourself some storage. Priority always being your goal to upgrade those, because there's never enough space. Let's all be honest. Never enough space. And it's easily done by weeding or even, and harvesting any of the crops will help, but the fastest way, of course, is going to be weeding. As you can see, I did a wheat task earlier, and I have my wheat bundle sitting there. Since I use Rose and she's going, I have no reason to collect them and keep my barn space stocked with them. I do actually have some in there. I was tired one night and collected some when I wasn't meaning to. Thought process was off. But I just let them sit there. Let Rose do the work. As far as upgrades for land or other areas, your actual priority should be fishing. So if you're fairly recent to opening up your fishing, your priority should be opening all of your fishing spots. Especially during a power derby, you usually only need to fish one spot once and can complete out that fishing task. It's also really great because you're going to need these during a valley, which is a great tie-in to the fact we started the valley today. Because when you click on what level I am and I go to my little sun for my valley points, it tells me fishing lures, boats, and feeding chicken are going to give me points towards more spins. And production of the lures will do that. And if you can't tell, I've been producing. I've done a boat earlier. I have enough for 2 spins already in my valley, along with my give and spend each day. You can rack those up pretty easy going through there. And it just so happens my last task does happen to be a fishing, so I can get that done. I'll probably take a fishing task next. So we're not in a rush to do our derby this week. We're not. We've had one of my team members had something come up, and we're not trying for top 3. Once you have your fishing spots, see, I just got a duct tape. Once you have your fishing spots all the way open, then you can worry about expanding land. And the same thing goes for your barn storage as it does for your land expansion. I have 25 out of 15 of the mallets. If I wanted to, I could go collect 5 more of the land deeds, which would only give me 12, even though I need 15. If I was closer, I could, with markers, or really felt the need to spend, if I needed the room, I can spend the diamonds. They'll pull them out of storage, they'll hold them there. Here's the only catch, and I will show it to you on one of my other farms. If you do it that, which farm is that? Actually, no, I can't show it because I did open it. If you go in and you spend your diamonds, to hold a land spot. So let's say, I'm gonna use this one. Let's say I go ahead and I need the storage space on this one for some reason, and I went ahead and I spent those 60 diamonds to get either the markers or the land deeds, and it pulls out the 13 I already have for my storage. It only works on that piece of land. It doesn't mean I can jump to this piece of land and those are going to be used. So you have to be really careful if you use this method of freeing up your barn space, that when you choose which piece of land that you're spending diamonds on, to say, okay, 100% for sure I'm going to open that piece of land. But you can work on this. The other thing to upgrade, which I have to clear this out real quick, and you guys can see what I do. I'm going, no, I did clear it out earlier. Woohoo! Whew, I remember to. That when you upgrade these, when you get to your town, getting each building into 6 is your highest priority, and then upgrading the maximum time on bed and breakfast, since that takes the longest. Also remember that your grocery store and your cinema, diner, all take expansion materials for either your barn or your silo. So if you're going to spend any upgrading on those, I would do it after you're very comfortable with your barn or silo storage and your fishing storage, because the tackle box does take expansion materials completely too. They're the same as your silo. They take your silo to expand. I have 35. Nah, I've maxed it out a few times, but I've made it work, so I'm not as worried about it. And thankfully, this one just needs more duck traps made. So I hope that helps everybody with expanding. For land expansion, when you get into the town, this spot here to open the sanctuary is my number 1 priority for land expansion with using maps. because it opens your sanctuary, and your sanctuary does give you lots of rewards when you feed them and you collect, and it takes a while to collect them, especially now that it's not one animal per that we're focusing on. I do not know what that is, Phoebe. July fruits candy. You have no idea what that is. Of course, this is the farm that does not have. I'll have to transfer in. They have a bunch of. Oh, good, I have room. I have a bunch of. What kind of now I want to go and Google this. You have me to completely. I'm completely. Distracted. So easily distracted. I'm scrolling like crazy. July fruit candy. Okay. Now I have to Google this. So they're like a. Are they like a candy wedge then? Like a. I have never heard of these before. They look almost like a fruit snack, Phoebe. When I Googled them. Is that. But they're a candy? Oh, sounds interesting to try. I'll have to check them out. I may have to try them. Anybody need some rice? Okay, I'm really bad since COVID, and I found the fact that most movies can be played at home for the same price or cheaper than going. I have not been to the movies. Ooh, licorice. No, I'm good. No, I don't do licorice. Especially black licorice. Nope. If that fruit is not exactly what it tells you it's going to be. Okay, if you are friends with my level 72 farm, if somebody wants to put my codes up, I am going to put some rice up. I actually will probably put some rice up on my main farm too. We're also going to buy pets today. So the black one. That's misleading. I wouldn't mind grape flavored. I actually like grape. I would. Okay. I want to hear the funny story. Let's hear it, Phoebe. And then here, I am going to let you guys choose a chick pet on 3 of my farms today. And don't mind the noises, my kid is making noise. If you guys can hear that in the background, sorry. Okay, you're a Hobby Lobby. Ugh, you and your gnomes. I don't know how you have the patience to craft like that. Really? Like, was he just short and ginger, kind of like look of a leprechaun? It's probably a stereotype. Very sorry if I offend anybody with that. Or was he also dressed in like green? Now I really, you should have been very sly and like taken a picture to post. Oh, baby, I wish you had gotten a picture. Now I want to see. Oh, maybe that means you need to go play the next big lottery. Win something good for all of us. See, I'd so be that person to pretend I was doing something else but take a picture in secret. Those things I can't just. Oh. Oh. I don't have my spins yet on this one. That's pretty, that is definitely an image I won't soon forget. Oh boy. I am trying really hard not to laugh. Sorry, you guys. The image in my head. And, okay. Back to the game. Phoebe has me all distracted. And that would have been something to see. That is for sure. If nobody saw that Heyday posted on their social hey T, I want to say it was on Facebook, but it may have been Twitter as well, that Heyday has posted for feedback. If you have not seen Ricky's long set of replies, go check them out. I had a good chuckle with it this morning. They are seriously asking for our feedback. What kind of buttons do we want? Boosters. This is a really good chance to give content creators a break from having to be the middle person and directly give them feedback on their social media that they are looking for, what changes, what things you will see. And please be realistic about it. I have seen people put night mode on there. I am telling you, until they decide to upgrade the coding to like a Heyday 2 version and move everything. Yeah. Phoebe, you and I both know that, and we also know that that's not always the case. But this is a good chance for people to put in there, at least seem to have their voice heard. And some of the suggestions I've seen are great requests. I'd like to see booster updates. And we only have 4 boosters for a total of 12 machines. Nothing higher than the salad bar. Yes, Phoebe, you content creators, you guys have done a great job. It's one reason I do this. I'd like to help out. I like helping everybody and giving back. If we get to 1,000 subscribers on here, I'm going to do some really fun giveaways on the channel to give back. I figured out how to do something that somebody else hasn't figured out to do. But I am going to. We're 11 viewers away from 70, or subscribers away from. I would agree, Phoebe. I think he is, and I like that he's actively popping in and listening to streams as best as he seems to be able to. I appreciate that he wants to have things fixed, at least expresses that. Rosal, I actually have the popcorn. Actually, if you can do one, that'd be great. I have the popcorn on one of my baby farms. I did that as one of its derby tasks, so I can clear burn space from it. I just need to transfer them over. Hey, C! Glad you can make it. Hope everything is going well. I was just telling everybody that Heyday has posted on Facebook asking for feedback. Go over there. Don't ask for something outlandish. Night mode isn't going to happen, not unless we have Heyday 2. The coding that Heyday was originally built on back in 2012, and because before they released it, they had to test it and built it. So you're really looking 2011, 2012 coding is quite different than the coding that we have now. Oh, my hoodie is it's small and mighty. Sorry, Russell. They're quite active tonight. I'm surprised because I've seen a few of them in chat. But the coding now won't support things. They are. I've noticed some slight changes that haven't been fully. They're there. The sunspots there, but there's also rays depending on the device size that I've seen. But my impatient child, y'all, that is my child typing that. He's very impatient. He's on because he wants to vote and make sure he gets the pet he wants on his farm. And yes, we can vote. I've got 3 farms that need to and I'll go start with his farm. You can only hold 25 chick vouchers, and while I have I have enough room for this month. I don't want to get too full and forget. So let's vote. I'm gonna put a poll up, and everybody can pick which one I get on 3 of my farms, because I only have an abundance of chick vouchers on 3 of my farms. So he has the blue peacock already. There you go. I know which one he prefers. So our options are the brown peacock, which really none of us like. The white, which is his preference. And then the blue toucan and the black toucan. So I will get this poll started. White peacock. Ooh. I hope it lets me put this in because I have banned words now. And this is a partial. The blue toucan. I have the white and the keel build or the black toucan on mine. Okay. We're going to ask you guys. I'll let you guys vote. And name it. Ooh, blue. Oh, surprised. Liam, to vote, you gotta hit the option when it popped up. I'll leave it to my 9-year-old. Okay. They'll be actually, they won't be the same on all the farms, but it is really cute. If I go to my main farm, I have the blue one. It's steeping. We have the black little toucan, and yep, the white peacock. It is a tie, you guys. There's a few more on here that. There you go. Hopefully he figures that out. Okay, you did? Okay. Thanks, bud. See, it's okay. He's 9. Since we have a birdhouse, I know we'll probably get more birds. I'm kind of going with maybe a flamingo. I'm thinking maybe we'll get a flamingo in here. And that will be cool. I'm trying to think what other birds at like the zoo are in the aviator. Baby, I know you're not telling us what the next bird is beforehand. I can't believe that would be true. Not necessarily. See, we don't know for a fact that the birdhouse will only hold 5 because they keep separated. Okay, I am going to end the poll. That is everybody watching. I like that as an option. I think that's I would not have thought. Peter, you don't repeat it. Okay, we are going to get the white. Oh. Do you guys want a name? You guys want to name the white? We can definitely. There's enough space in my. Oh, I have to put it near it. Okay. What do we want to name the white peacock? Peter, you so would tell, and then it won't even. Kind of like. I don't know. We can name. Throw some suggestions out, and we'll have 3 to name total. Liam, it doesn't even make sense as a name. I love you, kid. I love you. You are my kid. I know this is technically your farm, but weird name. Snowy. Do you like Snowy? What did Ricky end up doing as his? Was it Blizzard? I want to make sure we don't pick the same. Flaky. Oh, I like Flaky. Peter, you want to name everything Daisy. Phoebe, did he use Crystal? No, he didn't use Crystal as a... He chose a silly name. Ugh. Oh yeah, he named Majestic. I like Majestic. That works. Oh yeah, I think he used like Idina or something, and I think that actually came from the person who sang or played the part of Elsa. I think that was technically the connection, if I remember correctly. Snowflake works too, Liam. T, I would not be surprised if he did that. It would not surprise me. Okay, let's put up a poll again. Okay, for a name. Name. White peacock. Let's go with Snowy, Majestic, or Crystal. I think I spelled these right. Okay, I'll let you guys vote. We'll name the white peacock on this farm. I know my other... Ooh. You guys like voting. I'm going to make my spins and start on my valley. I am happy to have seen already 1 chicken so far. We need at least 1 more vote before I can end the poll. And if everybody can hit that like button, I would appreciate it. I appreciate all my wonderful viewers. I really do, and all the support you guys gave. And I am working on something really cool for a giveaway. Potentially a couple of giveaways. I just need to ask to double check. Oh, Peter. Okay, that is everybody watching voting. Snowy wine. So snowy it is, if I can find the peacock back. And I need a room more. There we are. Snowy. Okay. I think Phoebe has all of them on her second farm, right? Phoebe, now you have all of them? Russell, you have 0? Oh, I was going to say 0. You have, oh, on your third farm. Okay, third farm. I know you were close on Alright, this one has, yeah, I forget which bird this one has. The blue. The blue again, so it's the same. You have all on number 3. I think the max that you could actually have right now is only 3. Unless you're Phoebe and got lucky. Or Kate. Okay, so we have the same options again. We have the brown, the white, and the toucans. And I can tell you that on this farm it doesn't matter. I cannot spell things correctly. That helps. Does anybody actually really, really like the brown peacock? So I think that's like the least favorite. Alright. So you learned something new today. It really isn't my favorite. Like, it's when you see the female peacocks in person, and they're usually the quote unquote brown peacocks, like at the zoo. And it's so much prettier than the graphic that we have for Heyday. I really thought the colors could have like been a little bit brighter. I don't know. It's not my favorite. Oh, that was a very overwhelming Oh, they're so fast at voting tonight. Make it easy. I'm going to take a screenshot of what these cost, because I know these aren't updated. Okay, so the black toucan 1. The ones at the zoo aren't bad. I liked it when they had the male better. I really did. Okay, what do we want to name our toucan? Got some suggestions. As he's hopping around, we can enjoy watching it. Sam. Toucan Sam. All that reminds me of is Fruit Loops. So tempted to name the St. Louis Zoo has mostly females. I like Pogo. I think they have one male. The last I've been, but that was before COVID hit. Now it's really hard to get booking time, although I heard that they're going to remove our restrictions at the zoo. Skippy. I like Skippy too. I like Pogo. He jumps a lot. Skippy's good. Rocky kind of works. Fruity or Loopy. If I get the blue one, I think I'm gonna name the blue one Fruity for Fruit Loops. Roro, I can't do Blocky. The connotations that come with that, which probably sound horrible, and I don't mean to be too. Ooh, Jelly Bean. I like Jelly Bean. Licorice. I hate licorice, but licorice would work for a name. I kind of like Jelly Bean. I don't even think I'm gonna let you guys vote. I really like Jelly Bean. Ooh. Do Jelly Bean for the blue. And licorice for the black. We're just gonna go with licorice. If I can spell. Spelling is not my Sir Tom Jones. Okay, licorice. Alright, one more farm to go buy pet on, and we'll check that off for the night. This one has the blue peacock as well. If you can't tell what was the favorite. Something. Oh. We just had this band come through and play at the county fair here. And I absolutely like the band. And they had a guest appearance with somebody who's gotten quite big on doing covers. Takes some Disney and pop songs and turns them into kind of some rock songs and some 80s songs. And he covered a Tom Jones song. It was really good, surprisingly, to be turned into like more of a rock song. Phoebe, I possibly could be swayed into not streaming and go with you to Tom Jones. I happen to be a fan. I want to go to bands. Thursday nights are fairly good for streaming, but my other half cannot go with me because that's a work night. So he does not do. He really doesn't do. Okay, I'm gonna put up a poll. Man, it's the same poll, you guys. I'm sorry. When I turned, it was. I'm gonna age myself slightly. If anybody, well, Phoebe would be the only one to do the math. But when I turned 21, that year my my mom hit a fairly big milestone birthday herself. Wasn't like a 50 or, but it was an in between. It was, but Cheap Trick came to town, so as a birthday present to her, and something I could go with her to do, we went and saw Cheap Trick for our birthdays. And it was my first time being of legal age at a concert to drink. And we had a really good time. It wasn't the best of seats, but it was something really cool. It's a really awesome memory. And I grew up listening to all those things. So now some of these bands are starting to come back through, and it really makes me feel old because I thought I was really young to go to some of these concerts, and to have them come back through. And it's not even just 80s bands coming back through though anymore. Okay, so White Peacock on this farm, the Blue Toucan. This one also doesn't matter. The Black Toucan. But it was a fun thing to be able to get to go. I mean, I've seen some really good concerts though. I don't know if I could pick a favorite, and they're all over the map. And I've missed a few that I wanted to be able to go to. While you guys are voting, I don't think I've been in the town. So this one to clear out enough of these. And I really don't mind losing a lot of these white named visitors unless they only have like one left, because I'm not gaining the bonus reward for them. I only had a few left. On another map piece. This is the map. This is the blue. You guys just took one of each. This is the piece of land that I want to open right there. It costs the, or this one. They cost the least to open, and that way it gives my visitors a way to the beach. Which I'm kind of thinking they may open this section in the next update, since maps have been so. We need one more. Well, actually, it's overwhelmingly But I think this one may. With all the maps and maps being in the... Because maps aren't something high level players need. Usually their towns are fully open. I still consider these farms low. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling. Not that Phoebe's gonna tell us. Or probably knows. So we are going to get the blue toucan, and I think we're going to steal the name Jelly Bean. Oh look, they're together. This is the closest I think I've ever seen my birds together on any farm. And of course the didn't. Okay, now where did it go? They run away so fast. Does anybody else notice that? They run away super, super fast. Never. Ooh, 5 diamonds. Woohoo! I'm gonna name this one Jelly Bean. They really do, especially because they don't like each other so much. I mean, I almost never see them together. And of course, he's just gonna, there we go. Bolt. But they do, they stay away from each other. That was the closest I've seen them. He's cute. I like that they play with the ball. I haven't seen the peacocks actually play with anything. Has anybody else? You need to plant. Should just be harvesting. Wait, while we're in here. They go trick orders or fishing. Animals. I'm gonna have to work on that. I don't want to spend the fight. I mean, I have the gems. Or if no, I have the one up here because I hadn't checked on this one. My biggest complaint with these fences, and I know that they're trying to get us to spend as soon as they're in, is that there's not the same countdown as the other offers. So I actually happen to be lucky enough to have quite a few on this farm of the trellis fence. So I did not buy any on this one. I have on my main farm. It's not my favorite, it's not my least favorite. I went this morning after getting new. Good night, babe. I went this morning to get the fences that were up yesterday, because I just got diamonds, and I was like, oh, I have surplus. I definitely am good. I've gotten my... And they were gone and replaced by the trellis fence. And I was like, oh, I should have gotten them. And I was so sad. So I would say, alright, but I know you're getting off, so bye, Liam. I would definitely say, God. Sorry, you guys. Love my cat. I really do. I'm glad he supports me doing this. I would definitely say if you want those fences, get them sooner rather than later because they're not telling us how long they're staying in the shops. And as much as the lower level farmers have complained about having diamond decoration, it's a smart business decision. If you guys can afford the 30% off, or when the diamond deco comes, some people are like, oh, I won't buy the diamond deco packs because I can get the diamonds cheaper, and they just want the diamonds, and they'll hope that, and I think they're just trying a few things, and we'll see how it shakes out. But I kind of like the idea of knowing that I can get the diamonds at 30% off and turn around and get the deco for diamonds. And it's definitely making me rethink spending all of my diamonds on nothing but speeding up my Valley task, or my Derby task, because that's what I have been doing. I've just been and then I hoard them. I want to get some cover art so not everybody can see how much hoarding of diamonds I do. I've had a few people comment on streams later about how much I hoard and spend on diamonds. I do spend on them, but I'm afraid if I have enough one month and then I don't buy the 30% offer, I'm always terrified that 30% off offer won't come back, and then I'll run out of diamonds by the time it comes back. So I just always buy it every time I get it, and I save up and I budget for that every month. And I support one of the wonderful creators. Actually, I support multiple, but I always make sure to use a creator code whenever I'm buying and stacking up. And it lets me speed up my votes because I'm really impatient. I have not figured out rhyme or reason as to which boats get me which vouchers. I keep trying to pay attention. Like, if I get them done in like this time frame, doesn't mean I'm getting a gold. It truly seems to be random. But at least now I have an extra Valley spin. And that's what I'm hoping for. Because this one, I really want the deco. And this farm and my main farm do not have much in the means of piggy bank. So I need to use them. Hey Raina, you missed getting to vote on which chick voucher pets I bought on 3 of my farms. And everybody chose some names. Only voted on 1. I would agree that mine aren't the best, but they're not the worst. See, I haven't checked my main farms yet. I love tying in I love the fishing lure ones, to be perfectly honest. That's my favorite refuel task. Oh no, T. It's my favorite one that they offer. Peter, there is something in there that's along the lines of something I'm going to be giving away. I am trying to get the okay. I want to make sure it's okay because I can't the way I was going to do it isn't up, but I am going to be doing a giveaway. And if you guys help me get to, and we can get this channel up to 1,000, I'm going to do something really super special for most of you that have spent quite a bit of time helping and being here from the start. But I do have a few things I'm working on. I don't have a lot of expansion materials to give away right now, so that isn't one. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, anybody who actually, Peter, it's actually a thing that I've dealt with in one of the Facebook groups that I've had to explain. The those of us that aren't in the content creators program yet, who do stream and then say, "Oh no, I'm gonna do a giveaway," and then don't follow up. People will not cars, Peter. It will not be cars. People get frustrated with, and then they don't actually follow the true content creators. And I don't think any of us who make videos should strive to take away from those already in the program because they've cleared the path for us. I would never want to take away from Phoebe or Ricky or Gizmo or Rude or Schromer. You know, I may not be fans of a few of the content creators. There's one in particular that I'm really not sure about the direction that they've taken some of their things, but I do respect them enough that I do not want others to be upset because I said, oh, I'm going to do a giveaway, and just because I haven't said exactly what it is or when, anybody get upset and say I didn't do it. But it will be happening. More details to come once I get the clearance to do it. I have some big plans as we get going. And I want to be able to share my love of Hay Day with everybody here who also loves Hay Day. And hopefully get some new players to join and get to be able to celebrate with them and discover their own love of playing Hay Day. And the really cool things that you can do with Hay Day that you can't do with some of the other games. So we have to find fish up on this one, blue tokens, and green tokens. I really wish they would change. I absolutely dislike the Chicken Valley. And my biggest feedback for Hay Day is this. While it's harder to get chickens and you work harder for it, it is very disproportionate and harder to get the amount of tokens needed in the Chicken Valley than it is to get it in the Sanctuary, because we get tokens not just for visiting each of the buildings, but we get them for I haven't looked at the rewards. Really? I think the deco's better. Honestly, liked the deco in the Chicken Valley the last 2 times more than I liked the Sanctuary Valley. I honestly thought the squirrel was fountain with when it was in small picture was a squirrel doing something into the that it wasn't on a fountain. in the way that it is. Let's see. I have a puzzle piece this time. Ooh, I have a blueprint. Oh, I haven't seen those in a while. Ooh. Two. Wow. 3 blueprints. 2 permits. 2 puzzle. Wow. Yeah. See, I would say that it's much better. I did not like almost any of the last Sanctuary Valley options. I was really mad. I also really, 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 really wished that they would allow us, even if it was a small diamond fee, to not have to spend every token if our piggy bank is, like, if we open our piggy bank, let us keep any of the tokens we didn't need. I dislike immensely that I have to spend all of my tokens, even if especially when I pay 25 gems to open my piggy bank before I can leave a valley. Let me keep the maximum extras. I'm not even asking for them to give me the option to say how many of what I keep. But if I'm done and I have like 150 in each, or, you know, unless I'm over the maximum of each color and can still get something, let me keep them. Don't make me spend them down. Because, oh, not this farm. In this farm, that's what happened. I'll show you guys. I opened my piggy bank, so I was short 72 tokens of one color. And it should carry. And it does, but it doesn't let you have to spend them all. I wasted so many tokens getting stuff that I didn't even want or need because I opened my piggy bank to get the 72 of the color I needed, and then I had to buy stuff I didn't want, including these little the rose fence in white. I didn't want it. I had to buy that last time because it was the only thing I got. I didn't mind buying the mining tool. Fine, it wasn't that bad. It was 150, I think, of each or something that I had to spend on it. But it really is much better. Rewards in some ways. I don't like some of the pricing on some of this. I think it's some of it's not bad, but I don't have any of the ditch decoration except for in the single color. I think that bothers me. But I would love for them to change. So if I pay the 25 gems to open my tokens, exactly, see, I don't want to have to do that. So they should change that. If you open and you only need it and you want to just get that, whichever one of these 3, and you're getting one of those that take a high amount, and you still have less than 12, you know, and you're at the end and you have less than what the maximum for the piggy bank is, or even if you have over that, They should give us an option to leave the valley and put that in there without having to spend them all. I don't like that they force us to spend it all in the valley shop. It's a waste. Because what if we don't need it? We don't want it. It should be our choice, especially going from a sanctuary where you can stack up and maximize those. If you don't like the rewards that you have to buy crap rewards, and then you don't have enough for the piggy bank, or you may have enough for the piggy bank, or in my case, I opened it because I was 72 short. I couldn't get it no matter what I did. Oh, I spent so many gems that, and I don't mind the fact that I have to spend it on the fuel and go, but none of the buildings worked out for me, and I was very frustrated. I was recording, trying to close out the valley, and I actually trashed that recording because I kept cussing. I was so mad. I would love to have that option too, see. That's another thing. And I have a list of feedbacks, and I'll probably add some of this to put on the post that Facebook made for feedback on there. But one of my complaints is, let us leave the valley without spending all of the tokens, as long as we are aware that we have to, we can only keep a max of so much in each, and let them randomly choose. I'm not asking for it to be even 400, 400, 400 of each color. Just let it, be random or something, and give us an option of saying, okay, yes, I want to put that in the piggy bank and go. Because that would be the other thing. The only thing that's nice is that they do have the piggy bank option. When you go to the valley, and it's in my valley video, if anybody watching this gets this far in and isn't aware, the piggy bank here does mean that some of the tokens will go to my piggy bank, but there's not enough of those spots. So I just like to be able to leave without having to spend down. And that's part of the feedback I'll give. It's my preference. I'm glad to know I'm not the only one. But yeah. See, I don't have great options here either. See, on my main farm, not horrible. They're just not, they didn't line up with anything that I needed to do. And I'm also frustrated that they actually made this farm pass impossible to get the second spin by the time the valley opened. So far, every farm pass, you were able to get the free spin in the valley by the time it opened if you had done all 3 of your beginning tasks and did every daily task that was given to you. And this time they did not do that. And I did not learn that until I jumped on today and was gonna go collect it, and they moved it out to 180, which means that's an extra almost 3 days of 20. It's 3 days of playing. 9, 18. So 3 days after I've clearly need to finish completing all of them and doing my daily. But could be worse. Could definitely be worse. I need to I really think the piggy bank could be bigger. I don't necessarily mind that it's at 1200 because it does force you to play the valley, and I think that would be the concern. Oh, Phoebe, you're fine. You missed my rant about the valley, though. And the piggy bank. I want the option to leave the valley without spending all of my tokens. Thankfully, we've had no spammers. I've put new block words, so it should be harder to get bots in. And I appreciate my mods last week. I think Russell grabbed it real fast of blocking, or was it Phoebe? I don't know. Whichever one of you blocking the bot that came in. And Andrew, who missed my live stream, did let me know that there was a glitch. Later, YouTube Studio restarted a live stream, my stream live. It was letting chat go. I had some very interesting corrections when I went to the studio to edit, though. My video wasn't any longer. Hi, Lori. How are you tonight? No, that's right. It wasn't. But I still don't think it needs to be updated, though, Phoebe. I really do. I don't mind the 1200 max. What I mind is when I leave the valley, what you missed. I opened my piggy bank. It was short 72 green, I think it was. It was short 72, so I spent the 25 gems because I wanted, even though I really thought this world was doing something to create the fountain, not a squirrel sitting on top of a fountain. I wanted to have it. So Russell, it really depends. If your piggy bank is full, then it's only potentially a couple hundred. But if you think about how much we lose because we have to spend down, and usually spend it on stuff we don't need or want a lot, I just want the option to be able to leave my valley without spending all of my tokens. I don't mind spending down to like 1200 and saying, okay, you have to spend down to 1200. That's the max your piggy bank will hold. Let me choose how I want to spend them, or some other formula in there. And let me choose if I'm going to walk away with losing some. So what if I have 50? Okay, let me walk away with the 50. Let me lose the 50 to keep my piggy bank full, knowing that I'm going into a chicken valley. Or maybe somehow together we can come up with a different valley. I wouldn't mind a revamp to the maybe a new valley. And I am a little sad that we did not get a couple of old derbies brought back into the birthday celebration, but that's okay. Not as much as this irritates me. I have my list of things to feed back to put on there. Everybody take your chance to go to Facebook and do that. It is, Phoebe. I really should have. But what's my main? It was only my main farm too, and I think I spent like 200 gems speeding up when it would let me. That's it. That would be my other feedback. Too is when you have the reset. So if I go in here and I go and do the bacon, so which way do I need to? I need to go to diner anyway. So let's do that. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, Russell, I spent a lot of diamonds trying to get the last 72 tokens I needed. Every fuel station I could do, I spent gems on the task to get all the max fuel spins. So when I do this new diner coming, I get that I just did it and give it time. And sorry about that. That's very interesting because that has words in it. Oh, Nightbot did its job too. I was gonna say. Oh, Peter, seriously. Oh. I would like. I forget what the time is. Maybe Phoebe knows. I would like the option to speed this up a little bit faster, because you can only speed it up when it gets low on the reset time, and I forget what it is, but when it gets lower on the I need a delivery, and I don't know where it was. I don't really want to go. I guess I'll go backwards. You know what? And it's not even big channels anymore, T. I mean, I'm not a big channel. And I definitely will say I'm not a big channel compared to the fact that another game is having their championship league rounds going on this weekend. And their live streams are averaging about 105 to 115 viewers. Yeah, no. No, Phoebe, I don't think you've had them in yours. Oh, of course, every one of these are going to have all these down here. Okay. Well, once I visit and complete I would like the option to be able to speed up the new requests before it gets. I think it has to be under an hour or something, where you can speed up to refresh the task. I wouldn't mind that. See, I like your idea of being able to reshuffle the rewards in here. I think if they did that, though, they'd have to do it in each block. So before you could reshuffle while the first Valley Shop is open, but not before the second Valley Shop's open. And then I think that may be a little too complicated, or it'd have to be all at the end, do one major refresh, which works for the Chicken Valley, but not so much the Sanctuary Valley. Still want to be able to leave with whatever tokens I didn't want to spend. Okay, there's my rant on that. Take your time, though. Leave your feedback, even if you think it's a waste. I know it's on Facebook. I did not check to see if it was on their Twitter account. I think it is. They usually are pretty good about sharing them. Make sure that if you're going to spend diamonds and you have extra, the best way to spend them right now, it is cheaper. Make sure all 42 slots in your town are filled with purple visitors tonight before you go to bed or do anything else today, because I know some of you may not be in the same time zone. I am going to let everybody go. Thank you for hanging in for a long stream. We've had a great stream. Thank you for picking out my pets on my other farms. On this farm, I did not buy these fences because I actually have some. Peter, I missed out on the other fences. I went to buy them this morning and found out that there was another one. So do not hesitate. If you want the Charles fence, buy it because they're not giving us a time frame. If you guys have ideas or suggestions on what you want me to cover when we do a live stream or in a video, let me know. I will see some of you tonight in Ricky's stream. Otherwise, I will see you in Phoebe's stream on Sunday or next week. Happy farming, everybody.